Hey, Chatty Patty lovers, we are live behind the headline. I hope y'all are having a terrific Thursday. Y'all, this is going to be a really good live because we have a really good topic to talk about, bring you some more information as to what is going on with the diddler. And we're also doing a live giveaway. So I hope that you all have followed the rules if you all are coming into this live to enter, because in order to win, you have to have followed the rules. All right. So if y'all can see just by the topic or just by the screen picture, if you're paying attention, we're talking about the one and only. Y'all know this have been the headlines for a minute. Um, he was gone for a minute, but now he back with the jump off. He's been back in the news ever since what? Kind of like they raided the house. So he peeked in, kind of went under the radar for a little while. Not under the radar, but kind of out the headlines for a little while. But ever since this raid, baby, people like myself, they just hanging by, sitting by, waiting for those charges to drop. And in the meantime, while we waiting for them to drop, we're continuing to find information, hear things. And one of the latest things is Cassie, um, who is the ex-girlfriend of the Diddler, has been said to be cooperating with the feds, right? So whichever federal agency is monitoring or investigating this case, that's going to be the ones that will be investigating him. I mean that's going to be either one, whichever one, whether it's FBI, whether it's Homeland, whichever one ends up bringing the charges is going to be on a federal level. All right. So we're about to get started. I'm going to go over the intro, of course. But I am kind of giving people a little time to kind of like dip on in, dip on in and do it, and do it. Um, Hopefully this be a really really good show for you guys today, and hopefully y'all we get a lot of people to actually enter in the giveaway. um Let me see. I want to make sure that I'm not having any audio issues, y'all, because that is why I'm late, because my internet started tripping and I had to start everything over. So then I had to reload everything up again. So y'all, I'm sorry about that. But I just need to make sure that everything is working on my end, because I have been known to do some videos, and not know that I did not have any sound. So look like everything is okay. Again, if you come into the live, make sure that you kind of type in the chat so that we can know that you are here, and you're gonna see the messaging icon when it's gonna be time for the giveaway. So I'm just gonna repeat myself in order to win the giveaway, which is gonna be a cash app, so that you can get you some lunch or something. Maybe you might want to get some breakfast in the morning. Whatever you want to do, you'll definitely be able to do it. We're gonna start off with a little light giveaway of $25 today. Remember, it's gonna be every Thursday for the month of April, just because we're celebrating reaching 2200 subscribers. So over 2000. And so our next goal is going to be 5,000. So every time we reach a milestone, I do want to give a giveaway, because it's due to you all watching, participating with the video, that's allowing me to be able to do the giveaway. And so that's going to be my contribution back to our Chatty Patty lovers. All right. So y'all, before we get started, make sure that you like and share this video with everyone that you know. Also, subscribe to the channel so that you can become an official Chatty Patty lover. And I promise, you're going to love it here. And last but not least, make sure that you turn on your notification bell so that you know when we drop our next video or go live. Now let's jump into the headlines. Now, y'all, the headlines are going crazy right now because we already know Cassie is being said to be working with the feds in order to bring this investigation, to a close so that they can come and put some charges on this thing after the raid has happened. Now, everybody initially was saying that Lil Rod's complaint was the one that kind of initiated things, but in the background is being said that Cassie, the information that she had and the information that she brought to the feds directly to be able to show proof and evidence, that's what actually prompted the raid in order to get them to get a judge to sign off on the warrant. So kudos to you, Cassie. So I don't know if people are really shocked that she's working with the federal government because I mean, even if she wouldn't have voluntarily decided to work with them, she probably would have been subpoenaed. So why not go ahead and cooperate from the beginning? In addition to that, it really makes her look favorable to everybody out there because when she initially came out with this complaint, y'all know, especially all the rapper homeboys of Diddy, they were saying, "Oh, she's just doing a money grab. Oh, she wasn't saying that throughout the whole 10 years. Oh, she just got broke with her husband," kind of thing. So now it's like, um, not only did I want you to go down on a civil level, I want to actually see you be prosecuted on a criminal level because remember, y'all, it's not up to her to decide to for criminal charges to be brought about. The the district attorney, or in this case, the federal government, has to be able to pick up on those charges. Because remember, y'all, I think everybody keep forgetting things were reported to the police, but because he had so much power at the time, evidence and stuff was like disappearing. So there was never actually anything for a DA's office or anybody to pick up because everything was disappearing. So this, in my opinion, is going to make her look very favorable. So girl, if you got some music, you better load it up, drop it, and then let the people come to you. Now people say and think that Cassie is broke, but nah. We're gonna say she may not have the money to the extent of Diddy, but your girl is not broke. She is on the internet working. She is a model. She doing her thug thizzle. But with Diddy money to add to the pile, it ain't hurting. Now, we already knew, and if you didn't know, I don't know why, but we kind of already knew she was going to cooperate and participate with the federal government because remember when Diddy House was first raided, her attorneys put out the statement saying that she was going to be cooperating. So it should not be of a surprise. I think the surprise factor is the fact that she turned over the evidence before the house was actually raided, and that is being said to be the information that got her or got this raid going. Because whatever she had, it must be powerful. Now, this was originally reported by Tough News podcast or whatever, a Tough podcast, where he did say a few months ago that she was going to be working with the feds, and she actually had some evidence that she will be turning over, and some of that evidence is said to be stuff that was given to her or retrieved from Kim Porter. Now y'all already know, baby. LB Show is trying to tell y'all that this her death didn't just happen by surprise. And everybody have been saying that she was writing a book. So maybe Kim Porter did know that something would probably be happening to her, which is what LB Shore said because he told her if you watch my last live to contact the FBI. So maybe she knew that possibly the information wouldn't get to where it needed to be. So she probably distributed it to a lot of different places, which again isn't surprising. And it wouldn't surprise me that she would have given it to Cassie. Let me tell you why. Because I don't know what Diddy got going on in his little circus ring, but in my mind, baby, we about to hit the Heather Headley, whatever her name is. always be his lady. But in my mind, the way that the Diddy Circus ring works is they all become like sister wives, best friends kind of thing. They take their little turn because they know his little appetite change from midnight to sunlight. And so they kind of become cool and numb to the whole process. So in the midst of it, he's kind of creating this atmosphere that's kid not friendly, but like kid kid oriented to where all of them could be able to be together, and they're all able to kind of get along. So throughout the course of them being together, meaning Diddy and Cassie, she's had a lot of interactions with Kim. Now Kim seems like she's a nice lady to me. I don't know what she was really like in real life, but to me, and she probably didn't really care that he had Cassie because she already knew what his appetite was and that she wasn't the main one, and they already know this ahead of time. Therefore, she nice, Cassie nice. She like, look, girl, let me tell you about this ninja Chuck here. He got a lot of stuff going on, so be careful and watch yourself. Now, let me tell you, I think that really happened because Cassie did the same thing to Gina. Now, if you don't know who Gina is, go to my last live because I talked about all his little women and escapades. With it's gonna be the one with Young Miami on the cover and 50 Cent baby mama Daphne. Go through that, you're gonna see who Gina is because I talked about her. Cassie did that to Gina. Like, Gina, girl, watch yourself. This ninchuck be on some crazy ish. But if you need me, call me, girl. And so I believe that Kim Porter kind of did the same thing to Cassie. So it's possible that she had information from Kim Porter because she nice, Kim nice, and they probably was in the midst in the background trying to take him down because remember, they both experienced the same thing. The only difference is Cassie did not bear any kids for him, which in my opinion is probably a good thing because honestly, y'all, I don't think if she would have had kids, she probably would have ever come forward. Which, in my opinion, in my mind, that's why Kim Porter never came to the forefront because she did not want her kids to see their father in that light. In addition to doing exactly what he's doing now, bringing down his legacy. So therefore, y'all, she was able to kind of like slide that thing, slide that thing through over there to Cassie. Kind of like how your man take you out, girl, and they kind of like put their little card and slide to the waitress, put it on top of the receipt and slide it on over. That's in my mind. That's what she did to Cassie, and gave her some information. Now we definitely going to see what kind of stuff comes out once the charges come about because what we do know or what we are thinking, definitely something is going to come about. Now, if you're looking at the screen, we kind of got a little compilation of everything. This is in my mind what Cassie was able to kind of help the federal government um, help them gather evidence on. So when they went into that raid, if she was able to give them information, they knew of things to look for. Remember, we already know that though, because that's how they was able to get a search warrant, duh. But based off of Cassie's complaint, she alleged that okay, this ninja baby, he be on drugs all day, every day, and he keep everybody around him in order to kind of feed that little habit. And baby, he keep them on top of the counter like they just jars of candy. Now, because Diddy already knew what was up, he probably stashed some stuff somewhere. But guess what? She was with the Joker for 10 years. So she know where the little stash is at. She know, where the cameras and stuff is plugged in at. So she kind of know how to move around the house. Even if that's not the case, she can kind of tell them like, okay, when you walk in, on the left, they got this little dining area. To the right, they got the little business meeting area. When you go down 2 acres, there's a stable. Da 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 da. Just kind of setting the whole play up. So she able to tell them where the drugs be at. Right? We already know. She told us in her law complaint that he got these gang of guns in the safe. She know where the safe at. She been there 10 years. You think that throughout her whole time being there, she don't really know. And that's the thing, when somebody is with you for a extensive amount of time, because 10 years is a long time, even if that's not the same gameplay, you know what they thinking, you know how they move, because you see them reacting to people and in situations. And we already know this might have been the first time he was getting raided, but just in general, stuff is always happening around him. So she knows how he react, therefore she can kind of guesstimate where stuff is at. She also would know, or in her complaint, she also talked about, okay, the violence that she endured, the physical violence. So, okay, what kind of stuff do he do whenever he beat you? There's some kind of, prescribed medicines or something, like where he keep that information, the video recordings, what room, this kind of stuff will happen in. She's able to give them all that information in addition to the X trafficking, right? We already know that she's able to probably tell them, okay, this is exactly where he would get the girls from. This the website. This the place that he really really liked. This the person who would actually arrange the things, and he would make us record it. He got this extra secret phone that's here, there, and there. They got the tape that I stashed before I left in the attic. I mean, just all kinds of stuff that she was able to possibly help them to get. In addition to the stuff that she took from the house before she left, because you gotta think and know, she probably didn't originally intend to file this lawsuit, but again, over the course of 10 years, I doubt it seriously if she just walked out the door and didn't go. Like, she packed up a little bag. Over time, she collected stuff. Because remember, too, um, throughout one of the articles that I read one time when he had beat her severely, like she went down to her mom. So, things that's happening in the moment, taking that stuff and just stashing it away. Addition to the tapes and stuff that she know where they at, because they did get some tapes. How they know where it was at, because all right, Casey could tell them exactly where that stuff be at. And we know that Lil Rod also said the same thing, but he didn't necessarily have no tapes that was in the house. He had the tapes because he was recording the stuff, because he was to record the guy 24/7 according to his complaint. In addition to the staff, she's able to tell directly who the key players is. Like, because in her complaint one time too, I think she did mention your girl, KK. That's what Diddy call her. Somebody thought it was Kim Kardashian, but no, it's Christina Quorum or whatever her name is, which is his chief of staff. She's one of the main people, but she can list also the people who Lil Rod don't know about, because Lil Rod came on the scenes what 2 years ago, and he was there for what 15 months. But remember, Cassie was there 10 years. So the things that her eyes saw, she was the one who was able to draw the stuff on the paper and basically give it to them so that they can get what they need to get out the house. So collecting it firsthand, and get the stuff that she had allegedly and supposedly from Kim Porter. In addition to, one of the things that I believe is going to be the key show and star of this whole thing with Cassie helping them is Jonathan Odie. Y'all remember I talked about him a while ago. Jonathan Odie is one of the people who was made to seem like he was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs a long time ago, when he was threatening to shoot up the hotel in Miami. Was it Miami? Somewhere in Florida, due to like the Trump election. And so when he went into his confessional, one of the things that he confessed was having these FOs with Cassie and Diddy, right? Him being the person to be like, okay, this is how it goes down. And it was literally verbatim to what your girl Cassie said in her law complaint. And his video was actually taken years before Cassie's complaint came out. Just so happened after that complaint came out, that video resurfaced. Now, if you want to get more information and kind of refresh yourself with that, make sure that you go on my page and type in something dealing with Diddy. I got a whole playlist, and through that playlist, if you watch, you're gonna definitely see that middle picture on one of the thumbnails. And so, Cassie will definitely be able to corroborate some of the stuff that Jonathan Odie said, specifically talking about that liquid gasolina. And I ain't talking about the gasolina that you put in your car. I'm talking about the one that the Lena, right? The little white powdery stuff. So that's some of the things that he said, and she will be able to corroborate it. Now, he is like in jail, I believe, or no one has really heard from him. They was trying to say that he was dead, but I don't think that was official. So they can even possibly find him or use his statements that was made to um a police, which is basically a state government, or what would be a local government, um that he was able to give to the local government to corroborate what was being said. Because remember, they got him through like the little sex place or whatever. He used to be a dancer. Now we're gonna move on and go to what we talked about in our last live, which is Diddy cleaning up his little image. We already said that we know Misa Hilton is a part of the cleanup gang. She around here sweeping up the streets so that Diddy legacy could try to be saved. But another person who is on the bandwagon to help Diddy kind of turn his image around is Stevie J. Now Stevie J and him are friends. They've been knowing each other since Diddy basically kind of first started, because he used to produce some stuff for like Biggie, the B to the I to the GGIE. All right. And so he's a part of the cleanup committee too, because he, of course, have been kind of a part of the media in saying that, hey, what whoever y'all understanding this man to be, I don't know that person. I've been knowing this guy for some years in time, and I've never seen those characteristics. Now, Stevie J is also a part of this lawsuit complaint that was put out by Lil Ride. And he was a part of it as being basically like a recruiter for the girls. All right. And so I don't know if Diddy's team is like, at this point, walking around on crutches, taking some of that gasolina in the nose themselves. But this is a person to me that should not be a part of the cleanup crew. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because historically, Stevie is kind of seen as a bad boy. And therefore, you have a bad boy who is actual deviant himself. Remember, we didn't saw him getting dome during the interview on the internet, on the during the interview on the internet, right? We done seen him basically being a womanizer on Love and Hip Hop. We done seen him not do a lot of favorable things through his reality show. And so therefore his image, it is what it is. He's not seen as a serious guy. And therefore the things that he's known for, which is, things that's on an actual level, is the same things that he's being accused of now in this law complaint, which is like the recruitment of women, which is like, being a part of the person who indulge in these actual activities at this party. But nonetheless, I guess they're pulling out all the stops and they're just trying their best because Stevie J just had a interview with TMZ letting us know that he was actually there during the raid. And he gives us a very thorough enough anyway, account as to what he saw and what was going on. So he kind of had the same plot or the same headline headline puller as Misa. Like that was so the force that they came in with was just so aggressive. Like there's these people like Bin Laden and people like El Chapo who they, really didn't even do all this stuff for. Or they needed to carry that force for somebody like that. Somebody like Diddy, who wasn't even home and had these little black boys that was out there. That's basically all that they saying. He said it without saying it. I'm just, telling you what he said without saying. They really did too much for this little bitty stuff that they claiming because the person who they're saying that this is really is not. And so I was there and I can tell you on first hand that they messed over them. You know what I'm saying? So that starts to kind of change the narrative so that you can kind of start to feel a little bad for Diddy that he done got all these millions and worked himself up to the billionaire status for the black cultural people. And, they done basically messed up everything that he worked for with no need to come in so forcefully. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and play the video just so that y'all could see what I'm talking about. After I play this video, we also gonna watch together because he on the campaign, he on the cleanup crew committee. Yesterday, a day before yesterday, he posted, I don't know what kind of parties basically y'all talking about Diddy throwing out here. This the kind of party that is a Diddy party. And it's gonna be like a nice, sophisticated, basically like black tie event. Again, to change the narrative of what everybody known Diddy for partying. All right. So let's go ahead and get into Stevie J talk about what he experienced and what he witnessed firsthand through this raid.
Whatever someone does in their bedroom, that's what they do. I don't got nothing to do with that. I'm just here to say that I've never seen my man doing anything foul like they talking about. And I've never seen it. I've known him for 29 years. I find it funny that, when they first try to crucify somebody, they go through the media first. I'm gonna speak on 1,000% of what I know to be true about my guy. My spirits are up. He's spending time with his children and his mother. You know what I'm saying? I'm working out. You know, he's doing very well. I've known this guy for 29 years.
Stevie, it's my understanding that when the raid went down in Miami, were you on Star Island or were you actually at Diddy's house? I know you were in Miami.
I was at his crib working in the studio. I was sitting outside the studio door and I heard a big boom. But I've witnessed some historical events of excessive force, but none like this since Saddam Hussein or El Chapo or Pablo Escobar even Osama bin Laden. I heard a big boom. So I'm thinking like, a lot of people do work on the island all day long. So I'm figuring someone dropped some materials. Heard it again. Turn my head, I'm hearing do, 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 do. Armored vehicles, 3 big armored vehicles come. Dudes jump out, I got 50 dots on my shirt. Screaming, yo, get on the ground. I'm like, yo, really? I'm the only one here. Took me outside, I asked to speak to the higher ups. I was under arrest. And they said, no, you're being detained. I want to speak to the higher ups. Spoke to the higher ups. I said, am I under arrest? They said, no, you're not. Let me let you go. Boom. Let me go check your bags. You don't have any weapons and all. I'm like, I don't have any weapons.
Stevie, what did they take from the house? Were you able to see?
I saw them take like a bag of one bag.
Well, did they take electronics? Because they did in Los Angeles.
I'm sure they took some electronics, some of the camera stuff and all that. Probably they didn't want him to get a look at what they were doing in his crib, like how they came in with the armored trucks. Of course, they took all that stuff.
What did you see when you walked back in?
I just don't want to get too much into that. I just know that I walked in and they messed the man crib up. You know what I'm saying? And They did his crib dirty, and you know, I haven't seen anything like this in a long time. You know, he was just devastated, just merely because he was going out of the country with his daughters for spring break. You know, and they had to witness things like that at the airport. Um, I believe that would kind of shift the thinking of any man in general. If you're going on vacation with your kids and the feds show up and ruin your trip, and it's their senior year, you know what I mean? So I know he was more hurt by that.
So y'all listen to what he said throughout the towards the ending, where again he wants to help to paint the picture and paint the narrative. Like they came through there like it was Desert Storm, and not only did they mess the crib up, but they stopped the man when he was going on vacation with his kids, not just his kids, but his daughters. Because remember, they're trying to rebrand him as a family guy. So you have to be able to make the picture look like what you're trying to portray. Like, despite all the allegations that were going on, he is being attacked by the media with this propaganda, in addition to messing up his home to the extent of what they did and arresting these kids, which I mean not arresting them, but handcuffing, which is what Misa came through to say, and using basically a whole lot of force throughout their time while raiding him. And he was trying to go out with his daughter, spend some time with his family. And this is their senior year. Being that it's their senior year, y'all already know that's like a milestone. That's going to be something that creates memories. And instead of him being able to create these memories with his daughters, now they have to be able to see their dad in this light be attacked, not only by the media, which they're kind of used to at this point, but by the federal government. Now, y'all, I told y'all, um, ever since he did the little interview with TMZ, he also came through to let people know. I don't know what kind of parties y'all talking about is these Diddy parties, but let me show you what a Diddy party looked like. So yesterday he posted this video to show what a Diddy party looked like. So pay attention to your screen so that you can see what quote unquote black excellence look like. Now I'm gonna talk throughout this video because this video it had like some copyright music and stuff. Now if you pay attention, this is a highly produced video. So do you think that Stevie J produced this? Nope. Somebody went ahead and dropped it and slid it onto him because Stevie J has an audience. He have the same audience as Diddy. So if y'all can see what he's showing to show what a Diddy party look like, you could witness firsthand. Another part of this strategy that they're using to talk about the Diddy party is to show y'all kind of like characteristically who he's hanging around. He's hanging around all these A-list celebrities. So on one hand, you can say, to me, the reason why I think it's a bad idea for him to put a video like this out is because all you doing now is making people go find everybody that's in that video and find some salacious videos, images, um, comments related to him and that person putting and bringing more black celebrities into the mix. Or white ones, because I mean they did have a little YT people there. So y'all see what a Diddy party look like? And all that freaky stuff y'all talking about. We don't know that. This highly crafted, produced video shows you otherwise. It shows you, the classy, sophistication version of Diddy and his friends. So bump what you're talking about, because we only go off of facts and evidence. But to me, in my opinion, that's for the people who are on Diddy's side, so that they can, stand firm and planted in what they know and believe for black excellence, according to your boy P Diddy. All right, so we about to get into some other kind of P Diddy parties that we can hear from firsthand as to who was there. Now, in that last video that we just showed y'all from Stevie J letting us know what a Diddy party looked like, baby, I ain't never see him in that video. I ain't see him suited and booted with no tuxedo on at that party. I think this the kind of party that your boy Stevie J go to. This the ones that he should be witnessing to, because you can't witness to nothing that you ain't never been to. Baby, how you gonna sit up there and show us the video of a black tie event? Kind of like that little thing say, you talking about us from out the club and you can't even get in. Like he wasn't even at the party. I ain't never seen Stevie J at no suited and booted party. If y'all have, make sure you drop it in the comments so that I could go look it up, or send me the picture to my email. Right? Can't even get in. You can't even get in. That's what Ashton say. You talking to us from outside the club. You can't even get in. So why are you showing us a video of a black tie event that you ain't been at? Now, y'all, we got the Fat Jew boy. That's what he go by. That's his name. He the Fat Jew boy who talk about this party that he actually been to that was on Star Island, which is one of the places that was raided. Is in Florida. And this video is being resurfaced. This was actually put out like 9 years ago. And so he have been telling this story from the party that he's actually experienced and he's went to, and the compromising position that he saw Diddy in. All right. So y'all make sure that you turn up your radios, your stations, your podcasts, your TVs, your telephones, whatever, so that you can hear his version of a Diddy party and what that really looks like. All right. In addition to this video, we're going to have another video because we're going to start to talk about what's happening when people start to talk and speak out about the things that put Diddy in a not so good light, like Stevie J is trying to do. So watch this video. We're going to come back and talk, and then I'll show y'all the other videos as to what he has claimed happened once he started telling his story.
Alleged because it happened
No,
to
no,
you.
no. There's nothing alleged about this.
Okay.
It is a legend.
Clap, 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 clap,
Golf clap,
Yay!
golf clap, golf clap, golf
We
clap.
are comedians. All right, go for it.
We're so lonely.
So-
So
I'm fucking
I
goblins.
went to a party on Star Island in Miami, where P. Diddy has a private residence. I had no business being there. I was with a famed house producer who was DJing the party.
Sure.
And I will keep his name out of it.
Yep.
And I took a whole bunch of ecstasy because everyone there was taking ecstasy. It was basically me and like beautiful like ethnic models, like just beautiful women who I obviously had no interest in because
Yeah, it's the Big Pimpin' video.
that's not my type.
Right. We're gonna stick to Peppa, please.
Yeah, we're gonna stick to Peppa,
Peppa.
and ghouls from Us Weekly.
Right, right.
So I'm like kind of stumbling around. It's like, it's all like, my man is telling me that like, every third person is some executive, got behind the scenes guys who I don't recognize.
It's a high-end crowd.
Very high end. And
Okay.
there's no joke, there's maybe 100 people. I
Okay.
mean, it is intimate.
It's a serious.
I have
serious
no business
party.
being there.
Sure.
I'm in like like an old Jewish grandmother's windbreaker like I am now
Right,
at this
right.
exact moment.
Right.
And, so long story short, I am on ecstasy and I'm trying to find the bathroom and I can't find the bathroom and I just kind of like go down a flight of stairs and now I'm in like the inner windings of the mansion because
Yeah.
most of it's going down by the pool.
Okay.
Cabanas and stuff.
Dragon's Lair.
Yeah,
I get it.
correct.
Yeah, we're getting serious.
So I get lost and I'm in like just a maze of rooms.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking for the bathroom. I start opening doors. One's like a closet. One's a room. It doesn't have a bathroom in it. Whatever. Every room should have a bathroom in it. Diddy.
That makes sense.
First
if
of all,
if you're in this fucking
every
dungeon,
room should
yeah,
have, right.
every house
So
should
I
have.
open a door, and in that room there are a bunch of men, and they're all kind of like very like Romanesque, like laying about. And, kind of like very like kind of leaning on each other, not really spooning, but like conversationally spooning. Like if you were spooning, but
Oh man, y'all, something happened. Wait, hold on.
Diddy got canceled.
Because of Cassie.
Just like a
She took
and like leaning up on your elbow and talking.
Like, how about this? Like in public, watching TV with a bunch of your friends, and you're with your girlfriends.
Right. Yes.
It would be like those guys kind of lounging on their girlfriends, but they're not fucking because that would be weird
they
in
weren't
public.
Fucking,
right.
But like you almost think that they should be feeding each other grapes. Stuff like that.
Okay.
Like, it was very like
regal lounging.
very erotic.
Okay. All right.
Heavy erotica.
Yeah, like the drawings you would see of like old Greek
Right,
hangouts.
exactly.
Yeah, I understand.
Or like a fat Greek woman like laid on her side.
Yeah, it would almost be the prelude to an orgy.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh
Okay.
my god. It was so prelude to an orgy.
So explain.
So I look. So I'm there for a very brief amount of time because I open the door and clearly I'm not supposed to be in there. And I look, and who is lounging in my direct eye line? Puff Daddy and Felix the House Cat, famed house music producer.
Yeah, no, I know
are
who that is.
basically spooning each other. I swear to God, they're basically spooning and they're drinking a glass of Hennessy, and they're like sharing it. They're like passing it back and forth.
And everyone's talking?
And everyone's just like talking.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I see them, I'm like,
All men, though. There's not
all
one
men,
woman in this room.
all men. And they're all 100% on ecstasy. Like you can see Diddy's in like white linen being like, oh my God. Like rub ice on my nipples.
Right.
You know, like, oh, you're one of my best friends.
Right.
So the minute I make eye contact with him, like a gigantic bouncer comes over and says, get the fuck out. But I looked right at Puff Daddy and he looked right at me.
Yeah.
And we made direct eye contact. And I got kicked out of the room.
Sure.
So that was that. Like P. Diddy's clearly on ecstasy, and he's clearly gay.
Yeah.
So fast forward, right? We're at a junket for a movie that he was in. Someone is interviewing him. I'm in the back as a friend of someone who was there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all the way in the back. I'm behind a million publicists, a million people.
But you see him,
Well, he's being interviewed on the
and
couch.
you're thinking about it.
Oh, I'm thinking about it the whole time.
Yeah.
By the way, anyone I ever told the story to was like, oh, you're a liar.
I don't think you're a liar.
Everybody was like, you're a liar. Like, I'm sure something happened and they knew I was on Star Island. Like, that was verified by the other person I was with.
Sure.
But people were like, you're a liar. You didn't see them sharing a glass of Hennessy. Like, you didn't see prelude to like an orgy. He's being interviewed in the middle of the interview for this movie. He literally stops the interview and he points at me all the way in the back and he goes, yo, you, my man. And everyone in the room turns around and looks at me and he goes, where do I know you from?
Oh, no.
And then I go, Miami. And he goes, oh, true. And we locked eyes again, and he knew that I knew that he knew that I knew that he knew that I knew that he drinks the milk of other men.
Yeah, so there we have some accounts from an actual Diddy party, and it's the kind of Diddy party that people saying is drawing the allegations. So y'all let me know in the comments which party y'all believe is happening. I mean, both are happening, but I'm saying which one do you believe is the one that's drawing up these allegations that's causing lawsuits? Now, once he told the story, y'all, and again, this was uploaded 9 years ago, right? He was on this podcast, but he also did another interview where he talked about, y'all, Diddy getting canceled all of a sudden, but I've been telling y'all that these parties that Diddy been going to or been having was weird, and that he been giving those little gay boy vibes, and nobody was listening. In addition to me talking about it, I'd have been on other platforms and they would not even air because they didn't want people to have this negative information about Diddy. And then he's also going to talk about the threats that he endured from Diddy's camp from telling what he encountered, and they wanted him basically like to retract his story. Now I'm telling y'all this because it was yesterday a story came out on TikTok where one of the TikTok girlies she let us know that Diddy Private Eye, which is the person who was listed in Little Rod's complaint, and I meant to bring that up, but y'all know your girl can't remember to do everything. Your girl, I be trying to give y'all what I give y'all, and sometimes, I drop the ball, but that's okay. But he's listed in Lil Rod's complaint as a person who was threatening basically like his family to try to dig up information on Diddy. So we're gonna watch that video, but first, before we get into that one, we're gonna talk about what he encountered after telling this negative story about Diddy, and how his publicist and team tried to get him to retract what he was saying.
I know, but like it's unclear. But this was something I've been talking.
Now, y'all, it was playing when that disruption happened. So I'm about to go ahead and start it over. So here we go.
Diddy got canceled.
Because of Cassie?
Just like
she took it back though.
I know, but like it's unclear. So but this was something I've been talking about for years. I basically saw him, I walked in a room I shouldn't have walked into, and I saw him like hooking up with a dude, basically like full spooning situation. This guy, Felix the house cat, who's like a producer. Whatever. I then told the story on a podcast, and then his people called me and were like, you need to say you were joking. Like, say you're a funny guy and like you made it up for the views. And I was like, but I did not. I saw it. And then he basically had people call me and like threaten me and like tell me that if I didn't take it back and say I was joking.
And you still didn't take it back?
Views, no.
Why?
And then I talked about it on Hot 97, and they wouldn't air it. Ebro, who does the morning show on Hot 97, so Hot 97 always kept me on a pre-record because they were like, what are you going to say?
Yeah.
They would never let me do a live interview. And I told the story, and then afterwards he was like, I'm not going to run this interview because like Diddy's insane, and he blew up Kid Cudi's car and all this shit.
So I feel like you did that on purpose. Like you wanted to see what he'd do to you.
No, I wanted to get I did it. But now everyone just found out that he like blows up people's. Kid Cudi finally told the story.
Oh,
I've been saying this for years.
So y'all, he is saying that that basically Ebro, who is the producer or like the morning show producer of Hot 97, was the one who was like, man, I can't show this, I can't play this on air because Diddy, he crazy. That dude will come in, off you, baby. He around here blowing up cars. So once he found that information out, he was like, well, y'all finally heard about it in those lawsuits, but I had already knew because basically Ebro had told him, is what I'm understanding and picking up from what he said. Now, don't sound far from the truth because your girl is Vicky May. She came out yesterday saying that somebody on Diddy's behalf, which was his private investigator, was basically threatening to try to get her to take some videos down. The videos that he wanted her to take down was basically speaking about the actual Lil Rod lawsuit. I'm gonna play that video to show y'all exactly what she said happened, and you're gonna be able to hear the phone call where he called her to ask her and talk about this directly. So I'm about to play that, but if you look at the screen, I just found it weird that the private investigator told her, not told her, but went after her specifically. When you look at numbers, you look at her Instagram, you look at her TikTok following. She only on TikTok, which is where she told the story, or her friend told the story. She only has 66,000 followers. Now, in terms of social media, that's not a huge following. That would still be considered like a small YouTuber or a small influencer or a small content creator. You don't start to kind of be considered like a really, really huge influencer of somebody who has influence or, who really could sway opinions and stuff like that or have a huge audience unless you start like hitting, like 75 to 100,000 subscribers. So I found that and this was from today, and the story came out yesterday. So I'm sure she probably had, even less followers than the 66,000 that she has now. So that's something that stood out to me, and I don't know if it means anything. Like maybe her video has the potential to kind of her voice or whatever, maybe that particular video had a lot of views or what. Maybe whenever you type in the information, her video is one of the first that came on. But there's so many people that's talking about Diddy and the complaint, as well as the people who are involved in these allegations, that look like they should go after them. For some reason, I don't know if he used this tactic or this strategy to go after someone like that to kind of, place fear up on her or whatever. But it was really a dumb move and a dumb decision because at this point, anything that happens to anybody who talks about their experiences with Diddy, they're coming to the public platforms to say it so that they can protect themselves. And there can be some type of trace of anything that's to happen to them, which is what Cassie did. And that's why so many other complaints have come since hers, is because now there's a level of protection. Even with LB Shore, the level of protection is now heightened to where if something was to happen, especially the way social media works, first things first, first place they're going to look and put together is going to be anything related to the Diddy. So, like I told y'all, I don't know the social media, the strategists who are behind his brand right now, but they're walking around on crutches. Maybe they need to kind of go to the drawing board, reestablish some things, because some stuff is just don't make sense. And I don't know if because this story is so big, is really beyond them at this point. But everybody who they have in their camp, they need to bring them all in, have a little business meeting, top of the morning, to let them know don't be talking to the media. Anything that you're trying to say on this man's behalf needs to basically be pre-approved. Don't let nobody who investigating no case, uh anybody who really is not in a direct connection to the case, don't let them speak unless it's approved by either the publicist and or the attorney. Now here go her video as to what it says to have happened and what you'll see that actually happened once his PI called her.
People, before I release anything or play anything for y'all, I need to read this player. Georgia makes it a crime to secretly record a phone call or in-person conversation originating in any private place unless one party of the conversation consent. And I have received full consent from Vicky May to play this video for you. So on March 29th, Russell Green, the private investigator mentioned in Little Rod's lawsuit against Diddy, reached out to Vicky May. Yes, the same private investigator who allegedly harassed an 8-year-old for information about her dad. She only reads what she sees and she doesn't add to it. So the video I'm about to play for you is the conversation between Vicky and Mr. Russell Green, the private investigator that Diddy allegedly hired to pursue information about Rodney Jones.
Hi, Russell.
Hi, Russell. This is Victoria. I got your email.
Hey, Victoria, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Good. I got sent your TikTok, you covering the Diddy case and mentioned in it.
Uh-huh.
Are you okay to speak with me about that?
Yeah, yes, sir. Uh-huh.
Obviously, we're not in court right now. We're going to be in court at some point. But the information that you're covering, in addition to involving me, is 100% inaccurate.
Sorry for
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I didn't hear you saying anything.
Okay, so is there a reason that you're calling me? Because as mentioned in the video, all of this is alleged, and I made that clear in the video. Nothing is all, as listening to anybody who follows me, they know this is just his version of events. Nothing in this docket is fact nor fiction until obviously it's proven in court. But only thing I did was read what was in the docket. So I didn't insinuate that it was true. I just read what was listed.
Yeah, I just want to caution you as a journalist, as what you're doing or the entertainment that you're doing. You're actually causing a little bit more harm than good. And what I want to share with you, I understand you keep using the word allegedly. The problem is that the way that you're covering it sends a different message. And I just want to caution you that this is a very real investigation. This is not entertainment. The text messages that you're covering, and the text message, the way that you're presenting it, matter of fact, even what you said was inaccurate. The text message that you're referring to in your story, if you go back and listen to it, doesn't even go with the story that you're giving. It's a different text message.
Sir, I'm not giving anything, sir. I'm reading what's literally on the screenshot on the paper. If there's an issue with how it's written, that would be a question you would have with Tyrone Blackburn. He's the one who wrote it. So I'm just literally, and once again, I'm not a journalist. All I'm doing is literally reading what's on the paper and literally reading it to the audience. All of this is public information. I understand why you're calling and you're saying it is inaccurate, which I appreciate. So now I know going forward, you will not ever be mentioned. You're only mentioning that small piece. So I get that part. But I'm not insinuating. Go ahead.
Just listen to me very carefully, okay? Go back and listen to what you put out there, and then look at the text message that you're referring to. And I will remind you of this. You're looking at a screenshot of something that is incomplete. A lot is incomplete.
Okay, so that yeah, and I get you. And once again, that would be, this conversation would be with Tyrone Blackburn. I didn't write the docket. I only recorded it. Like, I didn't write that.
Well, I understand, but I would hope, and trust me, it's being dealt with Blackburn, and judges and attorneys and all that. But again, if you want to have any credibility, not just run an entertainment site. If you want to have any credibility in what you're doing and what you're saying, instead of just saying alleged, you really need to be mindful and careful of what you're putting out there and do a little bit more research. If you do a little bit more research, I think it's going to change your opinion, and it's also going to change how you promote what you're doing. You don't have to do what I'm telling you. I'm letting you know it's 100% fabricated, and all you're doing is recirculating something that's 100% fabricated. And I can't go into any more details of everything.
Right, because it's an active investigation. Right, yeah.
But I'm just letting you know, I'm giving you a heads up. I'm trying to help you. I don't have to make this call, but I'm trying to help you. Be very careful with the way that you're promoting this. And just go back and do some of your research. Do some research. You're smart. I see what you're doing. I understand what you're doing. I totally get it. But just because you say alleged, there's still some responsibility that comes with what you're doing. This is not a game, not entertainment. No, it's entertainment on your part. This is not entertainment. This is a real criminal investigation. And so if you just take a little bit of time, do some research on the people that you're covering and the validity of what's being said and what you're putting out there, I think you're going to have a much, much better story than what you're putting out there right now.
Yeah, I hear you. And I appreciate the call. You enjoy the rest of your day.
Now, Vicky is a good human being because I would have let this man keep talking so he would have talked himself into some shit. But I do have a couple of questions for Mr. Russell Green. Why not reach out to CNN? Why not reach out to Fox News? Why not reach out to Blackburn? Why reach out to a TikTok? Because to me, you just let us know some things that we didn't know. First and foremost, you let us know that you are actually the PI that Diddy hired. Thank you for telling us, because we didn't really know that. It's all alleged right now. But thank you for confirming that for us. On top of that, you also let us know that there are more text messages out there, not just the screenshots that we have on this lawsuit. Really appreciate that information. And now that we know you guys are going to court really soon, that's great information too. To me, it seemed like he was going in a way of trying to intimidate her, trying to get her to change her story, trying to get her to take something down. And I think if Vicky would have let this man keep talking, which I wanted him to keep talking, he would have asked her to do that shit. If you have nothing to worry about and you don't feel guilty in any way, form, or fashion, you would never contact somebody, especially somebody that has nothing to do with the investigation whatsoever. Vicky is not on the lawsuit. All she did was read. But this man felt so compelled to contact her on several platforms to get her to see something different. Sir, if it was 100% fabricated, you wouldn't be calling nobody. But you just gave us some kind of clarity. I appreciate it. So if anybody else gets contacted by this man, by all means, make sure you get a recording of it. And just to let you know, we did try to contact Blackburn and Associates, but nobody picked up. Nobody would answer us. So we just dropped it ourselves. And the one thing I don't appreciate you doing is intimidating my friend or trying to get her to change her mind about something she's seeing on the paper. But that's all the news I have for today, guys. Bye.
So, y'all, that is, her experience as to what happened when she received this call from a person who is alleged to be Diddy's PI, and he is the same person who is listed in one of the amended complaints of Little Rod. So, y'all, definitely let me know your thoughts and opinions on this as to, why would he go to, a small content creator, even if, he didn't want to reach out to like the CNNs and stuff like that she mentioned. The tactic of going after small content creators who don't really have that low. I mean, I don't know what her platforms and stuff are like on maybe Facebook, Instagram, and stuff like that. But on TikTok, which is where this video was dropped and released, she has 66,000 followers. So that to me is a little odd. But nonetheless, y'all, it is being said that Diddy, there's going to be a whole lot of Diddy documentaries that are going to come out. And there's one in the making right now that's going to consist of allegations being made from ex-artists, dancers, associates, etc. And I don't know if it's going to be those people actually there on set or with the actual film crew that's being highly produced. But we do know that can be the case because we started to see some of those videos emerge. Like some of his artists. We already know Aubrey from Danity Kane has spoken about him for years. Now they have the video that 50 Cent actually just reposted to bring it back to surface and give it some life with Day 26, where they were basically saying that they were positioned in order to have more things in the industry and to be a little bit more seen, that they had to do actual favors. Um, so go check that video out. We know that to be true, because one of the dancers, I believe she was a dancer, she actually came out talking about it a few days ago of why she never spoke out as being a dancer for Diddy, because she was saying how traumatized she has been over the last things of what she's seen and what she's experienced, that she basically just tries to live her life and basically submerge it in the back of her mind. And some of the things that she saw and witnessed, she's only told to like one person, and she wasn't really intending on ever saying anything, basically giving a little light to people who are saying, well, why now they're trying to start to say something or whatever. And she was just giving from her perspective why things like this happen, because when it's happening to you, you kind of start to experience trauma, and the best way to deal with it in some instances and cases is just to kind of block it out. Some of the associates that have been coming forward and talking about it, kind of like Torre, and we actually did a live on this a few days ago, showing where he actually knew a family member that he hooked up directly with Diddy, no pun intended, to do an internship, and he was actually asked to basically do some actual favors with the family member who is a guy in order to keep the internship. So that could be possibly true. They can create a documentary on the information that is already out there, or if they reach out to these people directly, for a little cha-ching, I'm sure that they would definitely come out to do a video. So, y'all, here it is. We are now at the time to do our giveaway. So, anytime you see this sign come up during our 4 weeks of giveaway, that's when you know it's time. Kind of like the little Mariah Carey Christmas thing. So, y'all, for anybody who wants to enter into the giveaway, now is the time so you can get that moolah, baby. All right, now, baby, you ain't about to go on no vacation, but you could get you some lunch, dinner, or even snacks, or whatever have you. Maybe you could put it towards a little, Amazon gift card, whatever. I'm here to give it to you. So if you have been following us and if you've been paying attention to our community wall and our videos, then you would know we started talking about this giveaway. Now, I don't see that many people on the live at this time, but we're gonna kind of, talk it through, continue to ramble so that we can maybe give some people some more time to come on. All right. Now, I'm gonna take this time to kind of explain the giveaway, why I got your attention for a minute. The way the giveaway works is all you have to do is, well, before I tell you how to do it, again, I'm going to reiterate, we're doing a giveaway because we have over 2,000 subscribers. We have half of 5,000. So that means we kind of crossed a milestone. As y'all know, once you hit 1,000 subscribers, you become monetized, and you'll monetize um, your money that you get from YouTube, which you're paid, is going to be based off of your viewers. So we are basically trying to ramp up so that we can do more giveaways. So we are halfway to 5,000. 5,000 is going to be our goal. We're going to be giving away um cash money, moolah baby. That's money, every week during this month. And more as we reach our goals. Our next goal is going to be 5,000. In order to enter, here's what you have to do. Just in case you wasn't ready, you wasn't prepared this time, I'm gonna let you know so that you can be prepared next time. Because if we don't give out anything during this week, we're gonna roll it over into next week because it's only gonna be happening during the month of April. So we want to do a total of 4, but if we can't do 4, what I'll do is roll it into next time to where I maybe let y'all vote. We could either allow the next person who wins to get double, or we could draw 2 at that time if nobody enters. So in order to enter, you have to subscribe to the channel. Then you have to watch our videos. There's going to be videos that's posted throughout the week, and it's going to contain a chat word. You're going to take that chat word, you can write it down, you can text it to yourself. I don't care what you do, but you're going to hold on to it until we go live on that following Thursday, the up and coming Thursday. During the up and coming Thursday, you're going to hop on live with us. Once you hop on live, you're going to be ready to put that word whenever you see our symbol. I just showed you what our symbol is. Let me remind you. Here's our symbol. Once you see this symbol in this notification, that means it's giveaway time. You're going to put that into the chat, and you therefore have entered. Once you've entered, what we're going to do is we're going to put your name into a generator. I'm going to actually show y'all so y'all don't think I'm lying. Y'all don't think it's rigged. Y'all don't think that somebody is, trying to give fake giveaways, because I heard that be a thing. We ain't doing that fake stuff over. Yeah. Let me show you. Anybody who put in the correct chat word, your name is going to go here. I'm about to show you. Your name is going to go here. I'm going to put everybody's name who have the correct chat word into here so that this generator actually picks the winner. So as you can see, it allows you to put how many you want to be drawn. If for some reason nobody enters today, then what we'll do is we're going to roll it over to next week. That's why I said then we can either at that time stop. We can stop. We can double the next person to win, or we can just double the amount of people that will win, and that's how we'll do it every week, because we want to do it just like the rules say. Do it every week, and in order to receive your prize, you have to have Cash App, because we're doing it on the spot. All right. So we're going to give a little time for people to come in and enter if you have not entered. I see some people leaving the room. Some people leaving the chat. Maybe they're going to watch the videos. Here's another hint. If you go over to the wall, I tell you what video actually has the word, and it's something that you have to listen and see. Yeah, that's basically how it goes. So you can either listen for the chat word, or you can view the chat word. It's gonna be different every week. The word, not only the word, but how it's done. This week I did say it and show it just because it's our first time doing it. So I wanted it to be something that was kind of light and fun. I didn't want it to be nothing too hard, because it ain't like I'm giving away thousands of dollars. We just giving away something to let you get some lunch. So again, sometimes you're going to be able to see it. Sometimes you have to listen for it. But once you have it, you're going to save it, because there's going to only be one word that we're going to have that's going to be the chat word for that week. All right. So, at this moment, nobody has entered. If you look into the the chat, nothing has been entered yet. So if for some reason we're not able to give it away today, we're gonna roll it over. All right, and I'm gonna put a poll onto the community wall to see if next week y'all want to either close it or double the people or double the prize. Which this week we were starting off like $25. Gonna be anywhere between $25 to $100 that we give away every week. So let me know. So we're gonna do 25, 50, 75, and 100. How about that? How about that? How about that? Let me know. How about that? All right. And y'all, I think that's it. Make sure whenever y'all see me live, make sure that y'all jump on with me. Hopefully somebody throughout this whole entire month, hopefully somebody win, hopefully somebody listening, because I see y'all on here, but you just have to engage. You have to be able to do the things needed to get into the giveaway in order to win. Y'all watch the videos, and so therefore I want to be able to give something back to y'all for helping me. Our views have plummeted last month, y'all. So I didn't even or I'm not going to receive a payment for next month. So y'all make sure y'all watching the videos. Not only you're watch them till the end, and watch 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 out for the wall. Watch out to make sure that y'all engaging in that too. We are going to be a community that interacts and that support each other throughout this gossiping journey. All right. So y'all, that's it. Nobody have entered yet. I'm gonna again post it on the wall to see what y'all want to do. Also, if you're listening now, you have a chance to win again next week, because we're gonna come on again next Thursday, and I'm gonna try to be on time. I was definitely on my way of being on time this week, but when I logged on, y'all, I was having technical issues. What else happened that caused me to be late? It was basically like the technical issues that ended up making me late, not getting on it too like I intended. I think that's going to be my goal every week, is to do the same time, which is 2 o'clock, so that you can basically prepare and be expected. So y'all make sure if you was in a chat this week, make sure you come back next week at 2 o'clock. There's going to be videos posted throughout this week. So make sure that you listen or watch for the chat word in order to enter for next week. So y'all, that's all that I have. Nobody is on here, and y'all know I am a Mamiana. It's time for me to start to go get my kids from school. So I have to deuce out. But if you are on here, thank you so much for getting on. Thanks so much for engaging Ashton. He was in the chat room with us, but he did not enter to win. Um, but y'all definitely let me know. Continue to share our videos so that we can grow together. Also, let me know if you have any suggestions for our videos, because we want the channel to be entertaining as well as informative. All right. So y'all, that's gonna be all for now. Make sure that you like and share the video with everyone that you know. Also, subscribe to the channel so that you can become an official Chatty Patty lover. And I promise you're going to love it here. And last but not least, make sure that you turn on your notification bell so that you know when we drop our next video or go live. And also, make sure you check out the community wall, because I'm always posting. So that's going to be all for now. And until next time, bye bye.